this Christmas time, a lot of people will be giving and getting presents that come with instruction manuals. And a new fun study finds that many manuals, don't be surprised, don't work. They're confusing, they're frustrating. And joining us with more, Andrew Crichton, President and CEO of iPrimate. Andrew, good to have you with us.
Good to be here.
Tell us about your organization, first of all. What is iPrimate?
We're a company that deals with marketing, creativity, and technology specifically. Technology is kind of our focus area.
And with technology, as we say, comes the manuals. And I mean, sometimes they're workable, and other times you just wonder, is there a match here? Is this the manual for my product?
Well, it's true. And as a company, what I do for a living is I try and make technology a little bit more understandable to people, because I'm a passionate believer in technology myself. But I find things difficult to use often. I think we all do. None of us maybe get the most out of our technology. And that's probably most true at the startup phase.
Yes.
When you get a new piece of technology. And you're right, people are going to be getting them at holiday. And there's going to be some frustrating moments.
Now, one thing I've noticed with some companies, like for instance Dell Computers, they will have a simplified pictorial diagram set up, and they also have color-coded cable plugs. So the one cable with the blue tip goes into the plug that has the blue port, things like that.
You're absolutely right. Actually, I was going to mention the Dell is particularly good, but I'm really heartened to see that most people are going that way now.
Yeah.
Most have picked up the same color convention, or maybe it's not the same color convention, but at least the wires you give you have colors that match. And hopefully that'll be more in the future.
Now, you brought some manuals along, both good, bad, and ugly. I don't know what you want to start with, good, bad, or ugly.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to say ugly, because with the greatest of respect, we're going through an evolution here. And for instance, this is a manual for Fujitsu. For this computer that I have, I love this computer. Okay?
So it's a good computer. You like the
great
product.
computer.
Okay, so good for Fujitsu. They've made a great computer.
Yeah, I love it. Look, but the problem is,
Let's turn it around here.
It's nice and small. It's really easy to use. It's really easy to use in principle. But the manual's very long, tiny type. I'm not going to spend a nice hour by the fire reading that. Okay?
No, this is not what you do Christmas Day afternoon.
Yeah, and with the respect to them, it probably does the job.
Pages.
Yeah, and it does the job but I believe in, my company is a lot about education, really helping people to get more out of their technology, but something has to come before education, and that's inspiration, actually.
Is there something wrong when you've got chapter 3,
Getting started,
entitled Getting Started? I mean,
you're absolutely right.
Right there I have a problem.
Yeah, okay. Now you go to the other end of the spectrum, and we have Apple, of course, who's famous for their stuff, and it is lovely.
Yes.
An instruction manual from Apple is essential experience. Okay.
Now this is the
this
iPod.
is for the iPod.
So if we come back to the shot here, guys, it opens up.
Here's the iPod there.
And you've got the iPod with you, so it unfolds. There's a disc. There's pictures, and a user's guide that is not very big.
It's lovely and small.
It's about 40 pages. Yeah. Well spaced out. What do you like about the iPod?
Well, just because it's simplicity, it makes you feel right away that this is simple to use. I mean, it's still not perfect yet. I personally believe that it should have more pictures. Because in our survey, it showed that if there was one thing that people wanted more of was pictures, because they're visual people. And also, pictures can be inspirational.
Yes.
For instance, this is something that I actually do for Microsoft, which relates to a website. This is an instruction manual in a sense. It's to get more out of your technology, and specifically designed to do at Christmas, when it's kind of like you'd like your technology to do more for you. And if somebody could just show you how to do these things really simply.
Well, this is the holiday help book from Microsoft, and Microsoft.ca/home. So, I mean, you can get this magazine. You can actually download it off the net itself. That, too, is inspiring.
Yeah, well, actually, what's really cool about this is that you'll get a taste of it, the inspirational thing in the magazine, and then you go to the web to connect to much more detail on what you want to do. So it actually marries the two media, which is kind of cool, too.
Okay, more information on the survey and the study at your site, iPrimate.com.
Yes, lots of information about iPrimate. Actually, we don't have a lot on the survey right there, but we're going to be putting it up very soon, because we're actually waiting for Christmas to be over to see how people respond.
People can respond. Andrew, thanks very much. We'll follow up with that later on. Appreciate it.
Cheers.